Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ezekiel Nathan Uhiguluashi, and welcome to the Nexus Podcast 101. It's been a very long time. Yeah, so giving content back to back. And today we'll be talking on role model and mentor. I had actually planned something out, so I had to change my space. So all the content I had planned for today's podcast, which is role model and mentor, God counsel. So I had to prepare something unscripted actually. So today we'll be talking on role model and mentor, and I kind of think people are mixing these things up, calling people who are their role models mentor. Someone you have never met Ben Carson and you're calling Ben Carson your mentor. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're calling Olo Stoinka your mentor? Like, how is that? How is that possible? How is that possible? So that's why I want to talk about role model and mentor. So your father can actually be your role model from a distance. So many times your parents might not be that pastor. You are saying, oh, the regional pastor might not even be your mentor. You say, oh, the regional pastor is my mentor, but actually he might not be your mentor. A role model, what's a role model? A role model is someone you look up to who is doing what you want to do. So I'm a neurosurgeon in year one, like planning to be a neurosurgeon in year one. I mean, 100 level doing medicine and surgery. Ben Carson is, in quote, my role model, not my mentor. So I'll be giving biblical examples, which is David. First Samuel chapter 17, verse 49, gain courage and trust in God. And Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12 says, imitate those who are heirs of the promise. So God was David's role model and also his mentor. God can play the two parts. But what I'm trying to bring out here from David puts his trust in God. Who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who guides and teaches you, often one on one. Like I can put it like when we're in primary school, I believe I'm assuming that everyone had lesson teachers. So that how your lesson teacher comes every day, and that one-on-one relationship, your class teacher self, that one-on-one relationship was not there, but that home lesson teacher relationship that we usually see we can use that to describe what a mentor is. So a mentor is someone who guides you and is on a one-on-one relationship. And we have a biblical example using Paul mentoring Timothy in 2 Timothy 2 to pass on faith and teaching. Proverbs 27 verse 17 says, as iron sharpened iron, so does a man sharpen the continent. So we're going to look at the similarities between these two. Why people are mixing them up. Ben Carson is my mentor, the regional pastor is my mentor, and why we are mixing it. Both inspire and guide. That's the similarities. Both of them do the same thing. They guide, they inspire. You read Ben Carson's book, though you have never seen him, you watch his movies, they guide you. You use those as your standards to guide. They both help you grow. You read Think Big, and you are like, oh, I'm going to have to think big, do things differently. Example is Elisha and Elijah. Both Elisha and Elijah had this relationship, and they were under both of them had this relationship. Both, like I said, David and God, where God plays both the role model and the mentor for David. So does the same thing with Elisha and Elijah. Now the differences. What's the difference between this role model and the mentor? And that's why I had to even click this topic. So you watch them from a distance. Role model are from a distance. As long as the person is not on a one-on-one, you don't meet regularly, you don't meet even monthly. All you do is watch his videos, read his books, come for his meetings, and you don't have this one-on-one personal relationship. You watch them from a distance. That's a role model. While a mentor, they invest in you personal, and what that means is that they are there for you. You can call them. You can't call the regional pastor anytime. So your mentor is someone you can holla, oh sir, I did this, and your mentor is someone you can actually be yourself, be who you truly are, be open. Why your role model is not, you can't be open to your role model because your role model is not actually going to be available. is not available. Now, why, like I said in the beginning, your parents actually might be your role model because there are certain people who are not open to their parents. There are certain things that you can't really tell your parents. So your parents might actually not be your mentor. They might be your role model from a within that nuclear family. Yeah, within that nuclear family. But some have relationship and their parents mentor them. Yeah, so need both. Find a role model to inspire and a mentor to guide you. So you can actually have a role model. I can be a one medical student having Ben Carson as my role model, who I study his books and everything, and then have a doctor in Navy Hospital who I can go to, ask questions. He meets me, I go for internship in his hospital, and also you get. So join together. Philippians 3:17 says, join together in imitating me. Okay, so that's it. On the next podcast, 101, my name remains Ezekiel Nathan Uhigu Uluwashile. Don't forget to like, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and don't forget to share. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Next podcast 101 is open for suggestions, opinions, feedbacks, criticism. Yeah, we are open for everything. And don't forget, the share button is really important. Click on the share button and share to someone that you love. Thank you for joining us today on the Next podcast.